All right, guys. I was having some technical difficulties with the video, but that's okay. That's okay because I got the queen herself on here. Can y'all hear me just fine now? Let me check something real quick and make sure before I bring her up. Let me make sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm loud and proud. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me bring this queen up. There she is.
Kevin was standing right next to me, and I said, "Hey, you're about to be on here too." And he was like, "Whoa, peace out." He just
Well, I mean, he is part of your crew, so that would be quite all right.
kind of is the crew. He's like the only crew.
How are you doing, beautiful?
Doing good. I just got back from Sturgis, South Dakota for the 80th anniversary of Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. Everything's good. I think we're okay. We played it kind of safe this trip around. We just made sure that we stayed we were in a house on site at the campground. So we just cooked daily there. We would go for hikes and do different photo shoots during the day. And then do the shows at night. And we were the wrecking crew on at midnight every single night. So late night rock show.
Yeah, I was following it. I was like, man, I wish I was there because I've seen you live before, and dude, you bring it. I mean, you are the rock goddess.
I was a little bit afraid that I was going to be so out of shape because we haven't done any shows this year. And I was, I wanted to go hard on these shows like I would normally. I don't want to come in and for these one opportunity to do a rock show and be like, oh, well, I'm just exhausted. I can't finish the show, And so I was really afraid of that. I thought I was going to be on the struggle bus a lot more than I was. But surprisingly, after the first two shows, I kind of fell into the same old routine that I'm used to, and then just kind of went for it. It was cool. It actually worked out great.
Well, I've been following your live streams. You've been doing live streams on Facebook and on Twitch and kicking ass, girl.
Twitch is kind of my new thing. I do Facebook Live just once a week on Saturdays, but mainly that was just so that anybody that was not sure about Twitch or maybe just kind of technologically not sure advanced. It's easy to follow, it was easy to follow. And I thought, well, that way I can include everybody. But my end goal is to get them all over to Twitch because the sound and the video is just 1,000 times better. So,
well, y'all do a full band on Twitch, don't you?
Yeah, we do. Yep.
It's
and on Facebook Live.
It's like, it takes it, right now with everything the way it is and not being able to go to a lot of live concerts, man, I watched it. I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm right there.
It kind of is that way because, I mean, when we do a live concert, we're talking to people as if we were talking to you just like this. So you feel like you're there, and I'm reading your chat and I'm responding. And of course, Kevin is a moderator in the chat as well. So if you guys put something up there, he's on it instantly responding. And then I get to it when the song's finished.
Yeah, because you're jamming.
Yeah, we were going for it, man. It's cool though because we studied when everything came to a screeching halt. We studied hard for how to do live streaming, the best way to go about it. And I think there for about the first 2 weeks, we were probably spending 12 hours a day on YouTube tutorials, just trying to figure out how to do live band streaming and to get the best video quality, to get the best audio quality, and try to figure out, what kind of equipment we were going to need. And then we pulled the trigger on the equipment ASAP because we didn't want to get stuck with it being back ordered and whatnot. And we got lucky, and that's it.
Well, if you want to follow her show on Twitch, at the bottom of the screen,
it's scrolling. I watch it.
Yeah, it's scrolling. We got her scrolling. For those of you just getting in here, this is the rock queen herself, Miss Jasmine Cain, award-winning badass.
Woo, man, we are up for 7 Josie Awards this year.
Are you going this year? Because if you are, I will see you there.
I can't.
For promoter of the year.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah. I was like, man, I'll see Jasmine if she's there.
Well, they did ask us to perform, but we are already performing for it's Milwaukee Harley Davidson's like 117th anniversary.
Oh, you got
And we're already booked for that weekend. And they're going forward with it. They're like, they're going to hit it. So I guess we're already booked. I was waiting to see if they canceled it because I would have loved to perform that one. That would be pretty freaking rad.
Y'all are up. Let's see. For the Josie Music Awards, you're up for Female Vocalist of the Year, your album 7, which I can't tear it down from my wall because I've got it up on my wall with your beautiful autograph on it.
You have the vinyl or the
I
CD?
have the vinyl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
You're up for that for Album of the Year, Rock Group of the Year. Let It Go is up for Video of the Year, Rock Artist of the Year, Female Entertainer of the Year, Be Brave, Rock Song of the Year. Goodness gracious, girl.
That's a lot. Is it coincidental that there's the album is called 7? It's our 7th album. We're up for 7 awards. Is that the weirdest thing ever?
It's the way it's supposed to be.
Because we were talking about what are we going to name this album, and everybody was trying to like get this, really deep thought of what's the overall thought of this album? What are we trying to say with this album? What are we trying to? Maybe we should use a song title. Maybe we should, and just make that our first single and all this stuff. And then it came down to it. They're like, "What are you going to name the album?" And I'm like, 7. Like, what? Like,
well, as Terry says, lucky number 7.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna let it go, like it's supposed to, man, because it's like it feels like that's the way it's supposed to be,
And it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
I'm gonna jump over here on your page too and monitor some of the chat so I can see.
So those that don't know, and if they don't know about you, I don't know where they've been because dang girl, you're everywhere. But for those that don't know about Jasmine Cain, give us a little history. You are originally from South Dakota, but living in Nashville right now, correct?
That's right. So I was born in Sturgis, South Dakota, and so motorcycle events were pretty much that's what I did. And
that's where I seen you at. I seen you at oh gosh, Rodney's Cycle House in Little Rock.
Gosh, that was a while ago.
That was a minute.
How long ago was that?
That was a long time ago, girl. I had long hair then. Yeah, I was out there sweating it, watching you.
Holy cow! I can't believe that. That's amazing. That was like a freaking lifetime ago.
Right. We got to get you back down here to Arkansas. Though.
I know, dude. I never get to go down there anymore. Well, we had Jeff Colleran in the band, and he was from Truman, Arkansas, and so we spent a lot of time in Arkansas about then because that was hometown for him. So he always enjoyed going home and seeing the fam.
Well, once things open back up and I start doing shows again, I'll be contacting you. I want to bring you back, put you on the Rev Room stage, baby, and let you melt faces.
Hell yeah.
So give a little bit of history about how you got your start in music, how long you've been in music. And for those of you who don't know, she is a badass bass player too. Not just a vocalist, but a badass bass player.
I'm not really sure. Like, I mean, I've just kind of been involved in music since birth. So I don't really know. I knew what I wanted to do. I was 4 years old when I told my dad what I was going to be. And they're like, "Oh, that's so cute. Oh, you're a little rock star. Oh, that's cute." And then like I got older and I started buying equipment and I start like my brothers and I, we had a country band. And so, we were doing like little municipal bars and stuff like that around South Dakota. I was 6 years old, my first bar band. And we're doing all these gigs and like, it's cute when you're little and stuff. And then you start getting older and like, I'm going into high school and that's all I can talk about. I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to be a rock star." My dad's just like, "Okay, that was adorable when you were young. And now you're getting older and maybe you should think about like a serious career." And I was like, "Okay." And he's like, what do you want to go to college for? What do you want to study? And I'm like,
music.
And he's just like, "Oh no, you can't do that. There's no future in that." And he's like, you've got to do something that's like a solid something that you can always have. And I'm like, I want to be a veterinarian. And all he could think about was 8 years of schooling and the price tag on that to just be a vet. And he was like, hell no. I was like, that rock star it is. So I did go to college for physical therapy, for athletic training, physical therapy. And then was just like, screw it. I just really want to play music. I actually got a degree in dental assisting too. And then was like, told my, after like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years of being a dental assistant, I was like, I think I'm going to quit and become a rock star. And the dentist I work for is just like, you're fucking crazy. And I'm like, yeah, I'm totally fucking crazy. I'm going to do it.
So what's your dad think now? He's like, you did.
He doesn't get it. He's like, he doesn't get it. He's just like, he can't understand. So the first time ever my parents came to Nashville I got married February 29th. And that was the first and only time that my parents have been here. And so my dad was like, had no idea. And I tried to prepare him. I'm like, Dad, it's going to be a lot of people here. They're all kinds of different people. You know, you're going to see lots of different people that you've never experienced before. I just want you to know that before you come. They're all very nice. They're all very kind. And I think you'll really enjoy their company. And then he was like, he got here. And the very first person he met was my wedding set designer. His name is Drew. And Drew is, he is very, I don't know how to explain Drew because he's just like a force of nature. But, my dad's never been around someone that flamboyant. And I mean, Drew is the kind of guy that like, he puts a flower in place and then steps back and looks at it and is like, it's perfect. And he might even cry. Like he's just so excited about it. Like has to be perfect. And my dad was just so amazed at the effort and the pride he took in what he was doing. And that's something he could relate to. And he was like, my dad's like, I love Drew. Drew is the coolest person ever. I'm like, yes, he is. He's the best. And they continued on. They met a lot of different people there at the wedding. And they were like, I think really surprised that they had so many things in common with such different people. And really happy for me that I'm surrounded by such a great group of people that just always have my back. And I know that Mom called me later after they left and she said, your dad, the first thing he said when they left was, I feel so much better knowing that she's surrounded by so many great people now that like, I don't feel such a burden, like a weight. I don't want to call it a burden, but like a weight of like, if there was something wrong and trouble, they're so far away. And that I have so many good people around me that, I wouldn't be in trouble for long and someone would be here. So
that had to make him feel better about it, and of course,
yeah,
he was gleaming with pride the first time I seen you up there just killing it.
Well, I just think, I don't think they ever really knew how I was, for the first time, I think a couple years ago at Christmas, my dad looked at me while I was painting something and he goes, like, as if he had this just total epiphany. And he looks at me and he goes, oh my God, you're an artist. I am an artist, Dad. Yes, I am. I've been an artist for many years. Yes, you are right. But he was so amazed. Like it just
clicked.
Finally clicked. And he's like, holy shit, you're an artist. I was like, yeah, sweet. I sure am.
You even make, you wear all these cool costumes on stage. And one of the things I noticed was the badass top hats.
Oh, yeah.
That you do. And I was like, dude, this chick's just cool. She's bad.
There's something about a top hat, man. And top hats have kind of evolved through my whole career. Not just with me, but like members of the band, like
your feathers.
Oh, my feather mohawks.
Yes. I'm like, okay, this chick rides bikes, plays bass, sings her ass off, wears top hats.
Hell yeah.
She's just badass.
I always have like a hat nearby. I've got like 3 of them I can see within grasp right now. There's a top hat straight ahead. There's a big flat hat over here. And then over here I've got a helmet. Not quite a hat, but still. It's a killer helmet though. So.
Was that the one you just got as a present recently?
Yep. That was my birthday present from Kevin. I finally got my motorcycle license, so now I can. But it gets, it gets on Sportsters anyway. Like the wind just pushes you all over the place, and you can't really, navigate very well. There's no windshields, so full face helmet's probably a better option.
Right. So tell us some fun stories from Sturgis. Since we didn't get to go, we were following y'all.
Did you see my daily updates?
Yes, I was following them. I was like, oh my
God. So every day I would write down the strangest thing we saw that day. And it became just a hilarious thing. We were there for 6 shows, so I did 6 updates. So I mean, the first day we were there, we got in really late. It was dark, and we've never stayed on the campground before. We've never stayed on the property, so I didn't really know how it was laid out. And it was pretty easy to figure out. But at first, we didn't really know where we were going, and so when we arrived at dark, and we're trying to cruise up and down these rows to see where our campsite is, and we finally found it. And then Kevin decides, "Oh, I'm gonna walk to the pavilion where we're playing tomorrow and just see what the layout is, what's going on, and then I'll be back." And I said, okay, cool. So he takes off, and he's walking around, and then all of a sudden I get a phone call back from him, and he's like, I'm completely lost. I don't know where I am. He's like, I'm walking through these rows. I can't remember the number that we're in and stuff. Can you help me? And I was like, yeah, so we're in this row, and we're this number. And all of a sudden on the phone, he goes, oh shit. And I said, what? He goes, dude, I just saw this guy just taking a piss, and I thought it was no big deal. This guy's just taking a piss out in the open, whatever, no big deal. He didn't feel like walking to, porta potty somewhere, whatever, just whips it out. He's like, and then I got farther around the corner, and I see this naked woman bent backwards, laying kind of on this bumper of this vehicle, and he's just pissing right on her, and she's just hanging out there and I was like, was she unconscious or something? He's like, no, she was totally into it. I was like, fuck, what the hell? So anyway, that was night 1.
Oh Lord,
we just got there.
What a way to open it up, right?
Oh my God, yeah, it was night 1. I mean, things were kind of crazy. I'm in the campground, but we were also trying to be really kind of isolated. We tried really hard to just keep ourselves healthy. So we didn't venture out into the campgrounds, especially at night. We were doing photo shoots during the day, and we were playing at midnight till 1:30 in the morning. And then that's when shit gets really stupid out on the campground, and everybody's hammered. And I mean, it's very entertaining. Don't get me wrong.
But I just gotta watch out.
I didn't want to be around it. And actually the security suggested that I don't go out there, because apparently they had some people that caused some concern this week, and they had to throw them out because of their weird obsession with where I am and where they can find me.
Gosh.
And so they're like, do us a favor and just don't go out there. So I'm like, all right, I won't.
See, you got stalkers now.
Well, I've had stalkers before. It's kind of fun. I think they're fun. Right. I get a kick out of it.
So you've got, I went to your website, and by the way, your website is phenomenal.
Thanks.
You've got, all the, coming from a promoter standpoint, you got everything, any kind of information that a promoter could possibly want, or a fan could possibly want. I mean, you've got all your albums on there. You even got a section for your on the road stories, which I thought was really cool.
So I gotta go back. Years in the making, though, girl. Those are years.
I gotta go back and read all those. I'm telling you. But one of the things in your merch area, of course, you got your CDs, you got your T-shirts. Mm-hmm. But I also noticed you got your own freaking coffee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of things we cannot live without on the road. Coffee is one of those. I mean, how many times do you get to a band house and you gotta have coffee. You're gonna be there for like in Sturgis. It's great. You just walk out to the trailer and grab a bag of coffee and you're set for the week. You know, it's so great. But I like, you know, there's only so much like crap, terrible coffee. I don't know how much you've been on the road, but if back in the day when I was doing like all the driving, which thankfully now I have Kevin, so he does all the driving, which is so helpful. Cause I was, you know, you're playing the show all night and then you're driving all day and then you're playing the show all night. Like there's no sleep.
No.
Well, I was living off a truck stop coffee and it was killing me. That shit is so terrible. So, and I mean, I had certain truck stops that I knew it was like, okay, at least the coffee is decent here. I can stop here and get a cup of coffee. But over the years, I was just kind of like, I don't know, maybe I say maybe I got spoiled, you know, in my 23 hours of being awake and having to drink coffee. I was so spoiled. I had a coffee that worked. And so, like, I can't afford to just take on, when I get that cup, I need it. Like, it's got to work because I got to work. So, so I started our own blend of coffee. It's the biggest thing I hated about stronger coffee, bold coffee particularly, is that burnt taste on the aftertaste in the end. Because then you have this horrible taste in your mouth. And you just know that everybody you're talking to is just going like, yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I live with gum in my pocket all the time because I was just like, it's got to be terrible. And so we got these blends, and I love them. They don't have that burnt aftertaste. We can take it with us everywhere. I started it by setting up like a 40-cup percolator at our campsite. And then people just come by because they couldn't get coffee anywhere. So they just come by and get a cup of coffee. And they're like, damn, this is really freaking good coffee. I was like,
all right,
okay, I need to sell this. So I did. And it actually does really well.
So you got Coffin Coffee, Suicide Blonde, and Whiskey Kiss, right?
Yep. And so Coffin Coffee was the first one. That's our dark roast because that's my favorite. And then Suicide Blonde, we needed a breakfast blend. And then I learned about the lighter that you roast the bean, the more caffeinated it is. So I was like, ooh, I need that. So then we went with Suicide Blonde because it's more caffeinated, but it's got a really light taste to it. It's got a little bit of blueberry hint to it. And then the Whiskey Kiss is a limited edition, and I was just trying to find a way to bridge the gap of my South Dakota roots, this is South Dakota Sturgis Coffee Company that does our blends for us. And so I was trying to bridge the gap of like South Dakota coffee beans and Tennessee whiskey. So we took a couple of Jack Daniel's barrels there, put them on their sides. We made like this special rack so that we could turn it. And then we put all the beans, we load it up, put the lid back on, and once a week do a quarter turn and just let it absorb all the flavor out of the Jack Daniel's barrel. So
that's good stuff.
It's pretty incredible. You've got all the smells and the, you know, aroma, like the nose of the Jack Daniel's, but then, you know, the taste of just that good dark roast coffee. So
right. Tom wants to know, by the way, Tom says hi from Metal Lab. And he wants to know what your favorite food and snack on tour is.
That's a good question. So when you're on the road, like most of the time you're at the mercy of whatever truck stop food you can find. And I go through like different things, like cravings. But like when I'm on it, that's all I want for a while, and then like I'll move on to something else. So for a while it'd be like every time we stop at a truck stop, I need like cashews. I just went through shitloads of cashews. And then for a while it was string cheese. I was like, I must have some string cheese at every gas stop. Like I don't know. Like I said, it switches all the time. I never know. I don't know. I just kind of go with whatever I'm feeling. Right. But if I'm cooking, like if we're on the road and I can cook or do something quickly, my kind of go-to snack is usually just like a caprese. So I'll just get like some mozzarella cheese, throw it in there, and like some basil, and slice up a couple of cherry tomatoes, which most of that stuff you can get at a truck stop.
Right.
And then the only thing you can't get at it is like a balsamic glaze. But I'll carry it with me. It's like a small little bottle and just throw it on there. And now you've got yourself a healthy snack somewhere.
Damn, I'll go on the road with you.
It sure beats the radiation burgers I used to live off. But I'm not 20 anymore, so I can't do that. Like, I mean, I could, but I'd feel like shit and I'd look worse. So I have to like be a little bit smarter about it. It sucks. Like, because there aren't a lot of great options, you know, when you're out there.
So you also, and I noticed this by doing my research, you also got Jasmine Cain road brew beers, right?
We did that. That was, I think they are sold out now, but we have a beer and we have 3 different kinds of wines. So the beer is sold out now. That was also a Sturgis collaboration. And that was for the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally 2 years ago at the Knuckles Saloon and Brewing Company. And the head brewer there is a really good friend of ours. And the brewing convention, the National Brewing Convention, just happened to be in Nashville earlier that year. And the whole crew came down from Sturgis. And I was like, guys, welcome to Nashville. Like, this is my hood now. Right. Let me take you around and show you some really cool places to eat. So they were all about it, and we went to a lot of different places, and I took them to this one restaurant, and they were like, holy shit, greatest food ever. Have to come back here. And then the head brewer hit me up like shortly after, was like, you ever thought about doing like a Jasmine Cain beer during the rally? And I was like, that's a brilliant idea. And so we tried to do a lager, but we didn't have enough time to brew it because it takes longer to do a lager. So we ended up with a cream ale, and he used jasmine flower as that was part of jasmine flowers was part of the aroma of it. So it was actually really freaking good beer. You never know how that's gonna go. It's like, okay, yeah, give it a shot. But man, it was freaking amazing. And then right. And then we have 3 wines, and we do our wines through B&L Winery in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. And one of the first wine we did there was our white noise wine. It's just like a white table wine, but it was kind of dry. And people in Pennsylvania do not like dry wines. They like the really sweet sugar wines. So the next year we did a different white wine, and we called it The Ghost, which was one of the songs off of Seven. Yep. And in Ghost style, it disappeared instantly. So they ended up doing a second batch of that. And I think they actually carry that full time now at the winery because it was just such a popular blend. And then the last year that we were there, I was like, let's step outside the white wine territory. But they can't do a red wine with me because they have this deal with Thunder in the Valley in Johnstown. They do a Thunder red. So they're like, we can't infringe on the reds. Because I wanted to do like a Malbec, something of that sort. But they're like, no, we can't do that. So I was like, well, what about a rosé? So they did a rosé, and it's called Money. And that one's pretty banging too. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Now, where can I get some of this wine?
Well, the problem with Pennsylvania is that you can't buy it anywhere other than in Pennsylvania. So you're just going to have to come see us at Thunder in the Valley.
I'm going to have to come to Thunder.
Or find somebody in Pennsylvania that knows that you know and love, send them down there to grab it, and then discreetly.
Well, my family that's in Pennsylvania, they're so old that they would be like, excuse me? Oh, yeah. So I'll just have to make a trip.
You might just have to go make a trip. It's worth it. Lots of good wines up there.
So, your new vinyl. So, by the way, awesome. 7 is just freaking amazing. Dude, you were my first album review on Hellfire.
Yes.
No problem, because that whole album just, it's like speaking to you.
Yeah.
You start off with, a bang, and the one that just always reaches me, and it's my anthem, with me having cancer and going through.
Yeah.
Be brave.
Yes.
Girl. That gives me spunk to just like take on the world.
Yes. Well, that was the first single we released on our own, and it got the attention of this guy named Denny from the label group, and he works for In Groove's music group. And so he was like, we're going to take over this record and we're going to release it and get it a lot of attention. Well, what he ended up doing was pulling everything offline and reloading it, which then flagged it for fraud. So the whole album was like dead in the water. So I was like, oh my God, you just killed our whole album. On our first single, you killed it. So we got flagged when we did let it go. We're not allowed to put anything on any Spotify playlist because of this. Oh my God, it's so awful. I hate talking about this. This sucks so bad. And then like he just kind of sat on the record and we couldn't even release it. We couldn't sell it. We couldn't do anything. And it sat there for almost an entire year. And finally we were just like, dude, this is a shit or get off the pot. You've already killed the record. Wow. Now you won't even let anybody buy it anywhere. So nobody can even download it. Like, this sucks. Right. So we're like, screw it. We're just going to take it away from them. So we moved over to Symphonic. And the only other song that we released through In Grooves was a Christmas song as a Pogues song called The Fairy Tale of New York. And he just did the same dirty trick with that and pulled it offline. So it's going to get flagged too. So yeah, we're starting over. But that was the song that got everybody's attention. I felt like it was our strongest song. It was definitely an anthem for us as well. I've been working closely together with the Halo missions here in Nashville, group of women that are they're all just trying to get a leg up, whether they're battling, cancer or addiction or, domestic abuse. It's just kind of an organization that helps women kind of get their feet out from under them. And they make these, I don't know if you can see them, but they're guitar strings bracelets.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so I give them all of my bass strings and guitar strings, and they make bracelets out of them. Awesome. And then they sell them, and that's how they make money for their girls and their organization. So,
dude, that is just freaking awesome. And that's one thing, because I've been a big fan of yours since I seen you that first time. And, I've kind of followed what you do, and you are just amazing about trying to reach your fans, trying to give back, and trying to do just amazing things any way you can. And dude, I just want to tell you, kudos, girl.
Thank you. Kudos. Thank you so much. Well, I find anyone, especially battling cancer, just so inspiring, because the mindset that you have to get into to fight that is pretty intense, and without breaks. There's like zero forgiveness on that. Right. And you have to just fight your ass off with no, and I mean, when you're tired, you have to reach down and find something to get you up above it, because your number one thing, the one thing that you need the most to fight this is the mental capacity. You got to believe that you can beat it. And that's the thing about it. It's like, so if there's one thing that I can do as somebody that feels helpless for anyone battling cancer or anything, a disease of any sort, is try to offer words of encouragement or something to hold on to that just gives you a little bit more of whatever you needed that day. And it doesn't seem like much.
Well, it makes a difference. It really does, because one of my biggest things that helps me, and I know people hear me say this over and over again, and they're just like, why is this a big deal to her? Music. Music really is a great inspiration, because like you said, you're in a mindset. You go through anger, depression, you go through just being pissed off. You go through a lot of different, my hair was down to my butt. And, and I went through, when I was waking up and it was falling out, and I just got mad, took scissors and cut it off. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to own this shit. Then I dyed it purple.
It's the thing to do.
Verify it, I'm going to own this, and But
It's
seeing,
so great.
seeing and hearing awesome music and being part of the music scene and getting to watch, musicians grow, it just gives me that extra added just to just,
Yeah.
because I got too much shit to do,
Yeah, I hear you, man.
man.
We're not done yet.
Hell no, we ain't going nowhere.
We're gonna make this shit happen.
Right? It's gonna take a lot more than that to get rid of Mama Sissy.
Yeah, baby. There you go.
So Tom wants to know, how do you feel about how do you feel social media has impacted on the band since we have been on the lockdown?
I think we're lucky to have it because without that, we are completely disconnected from everyone that we know. So we have to be completely absorbed in social media for us. I'm not saying that as individuals you should do this because it's actually kind of damaging to your soul to be on social media that much.
Amen.
You've gotta be able to like sort through like, oh, here it comes, here's the feed, oh my, and just don't pay attention to the stuff that doesn't matter because right. And that's hard for people to do because you see something and it pisses you off and you're just like, oh, and I have to rein Kevin in every once in a while because he sees something that just makes him so mad because it's just so incorrect and it's just like you just, it's incorrect, it doesn't serve any purpose, it doesn't offer anything, it's just mean and and unimportant and yet people are just so like vehemently offering this that you don't want, like no one wants that,
right?
And they're just shoving it down your throat and he's just like, I'm gonna put an end to this and I'm gonna engage, and I'm like, don't engage, that's the worst thing you could do, don't engage. So just leave it alone, let them be angry, let them be mad, let them be angry, let them spew out what they gotta say. Maybe they'll feel better, maybe they'll figure out that it wasn't that productive and come back tomorrow and they'll do something different, maybe, I don't know, one can hope. But the truth is like I can't allow myself to get tied up in that. So what I am doing, my page is not about anything other than offering something I feel could be of importance. Whether it's, I was doing a morning coffee, just kind of Monday motivation coffee, sit down and just tell people like what I thought about for the week and, some affirmations of you're doing the right thing, you're doing well, keep your eye on the prize, stay focused, like. And there was usually some story behind it of something that I experienced that week or whatever. And I was doing those every week. And then I started doing Twitch streams nightly. And that just got to be like a lot. And then I'm doing Facebook Live on Saturday nights as well as Twitch after that. And I am doing we're now that 7 is back in our possession, we're doing some music videos and we're doing photo shoots and we're going to be releasing some singles of covers that we had done and just kind of sat on. So we have 4 cover songs in the can right now that are just, we had recorded them and we did stuff with them and we were just going to offer them. We also have a Patreon page. So we're going to offer them to our Patreon subscribers. And now since the album is dead, we're like, well, we'll offer them to Patreon first, and then we're going to start releasing them because it might be the only way we can get attention for our album that it crashed. Yeah, I was like, this is the greatest album we've ever done. Oh my God, everything looks so amazing. It sounds incredible. It's got this incredible potential. Awesome. And then it's like, we're like, oh,
makes you want to go.
Well, yeah, you want to talk about like heartbreak and disappointment. Like it sucks the wind right out of your sails. And like I can't say this for certain because I haven't went through what you went through, but like having given birth to something that I feel is that important and that substantial, and then watching it just die right there, like the number of emotions that you're going through is like just like what you described with with cancer. And it's like you're so angry, and then you're just like, and then you want to fight because you're just like, what can I do to save this? What can I do? What can I do? There's this panic, this anxiety of like, what can I do quickly to just like pick it up and run with it? There's still time. There's still time. We can still do it. And they're like, no, you can't. It's similar. It's similar to the same kind of feelings that you go through. And I was just like, oh my God, this sucks. It sucks so bad. And so I'm doing what I can do to try to salvage the album, to try to bring awareness to it. I think it needs to be heard. I think people need to have their hands on it. And I think it's important. So.
It's on my wall. Let him come get it.
Well, if I were set up right now, Kevin's setting up our streaming because we just got back from Sturgis. Basically, yesterday was our first day home. We got back like at 1 o'clock in the morning. So yesterday was our first, when we woke up at noon or whatever after driving 13 hours. We got up and, laundry, those things, unload the trailer, whatever. But we still have to set up our broadcast room today. So we're doing that right now, and he's downstairs setting that up, which is why I'm broadcasting from my computer just right here at the living room because he's busy. There's shit flying all over downstairs.
So you planning on going live tonight?
Yes. We'll be on Twitch tonight.
I'll be there.
Yeah, we're going to be on at 8 o'clock Central Time. So,
Baron says, what a great interview. Great insight into music, wines, and lager. Cool. Wish I could have made it to your gig this year. Rock on.
Oh, yeah. It's Sioux Falls. Yeah, dude. That was a fun gig. It was it's always like you're closing up the rally, so you're kind of dragging ass when you get there. But man, like the people were so energetic. It was kind of hard not to get fired up. We ended up putting on some of their best shows those 2 nights because we were just like, damn, like everybody was psyched, man. They were fun.
Harping for the music, right now.
Yeah, everyone's happy to have somewhere to go,
Chris Lawar, all the way from Texas, says, hello, sis, I love you. He's one of my biggest fans.
Sweet.
He follows everything I do. David Walters, he came in a little late to the show. He wants to know where you're from. David, she is originally from South Dakota, but lives in Nashville now.
Yep.
So is there any other things?
But they're in Texas?
Yeah, Chris is in Texas. He is in Texas.
I'm going to be in Texas soon. I'm coming to Texas. There's an event down there called Thunder in the Hill Country.
Oh, really?
So I don't know if it's like in Bandera, Texas. I don't know if that's near you, but if it is.
Well, heck, share it on my wall, girl. We might
yeah.
There.
maybe I can see you there.
Heck yeah. So is there anything else that you would like to say to your fans and supporters before we let you go? He's in San Antonio.
Okay.
So is there anything you would like to say to your fans or supporters before we let you go so you can get ready for your show?
Well, they are right now. You guys are what's keeping me going. And there's I'm walking this real fine line of, because I'm never going to be the kind of person that just lays down and dies. I'm going to figure a way to survive. But with music, to put the kind of energy and time into it that I have to create this much content and content that matters. I've been really counting on them. So Twitch has been my new outlet, and on Twitch you can subscribe. I think it's $5 for a month of subscription. Doesn't seem like much, but when people get together and they all subscribe, it actually does really, really well for me. And so I'm just really hoping that people come over there because it doesn't take much from each person individually. It just takes a little from a lot of people get it going. And I feel like that's a win-win because not only are you spending time online with people that are going to build you up, this isn't a channel that's going to like make you tired or make you feel down. We don't argue about stuff. There's no bad juju here. There's no bad vibes here. We're playing music. We're laughing our asses off. We're telling stories. This is all to bring everybody up. And the more people that we can pull in there to do that, I think the better we all are. And, off, because people on our Twitch channel have met other friends on there from all over the world and become friends with them. And even when we're not online streaming, you've got someone to reach out to that's going to be like, hey, how you doing? And you got somebody to talk to. It's the best way we can stay connected in times like this, and so much better than doing the random scroll through Facebook and just getting pissed off like we were talking about. Just, you know what? Find people that are like-minded. Find people that like to have a good time and that build you up, and spend time there because you're helping them and you're helping yourself by staying up.
So where is your next show at?
We're actually playing this weekend again. We are in Indianapolis. There is an event called Thunder in Crossroads, and it's in Indianapolis. Brand new event, first year. I have no idea how that's going to go. Usually it's kind of like not all together.
You're part of it. You're going to kick ass no matter what.
Well, they're still they're in their first year of trying to figure out how to run the event, on top of trying to maintain, the CDC guidelines to make sure that everybody's safe.
Right.
I believe masks are going to be mandatory at this concert. But it's outdoors, and from what it sounds like, it's going to be a pretty big event. They've been advertising it like crazy, so that's happening. And then this sucks so bad. We got to get up on Saturday morning after headlining the night on Friday night. We have to get up at the butt crack of dawn and drive to Milton, Pennsylvania for another, and that's a good 9-hour drive. So, and we have to be there by 4:00 for sound check, setup and sound check. So we're going to be like zombies getting there, do our sound check and stuff, then go back to the hotel and pass the fuck out for like a couple of hours to just kind of revive as much as we can. And then we're going to go stomp a mud hole in it. And we'll resurface whenever we can the next morning and limp our lame asses back to Nashville.
Well, sis, I hope you have some great shows, and I want to catch one ASAP.
Hey, I got a comment. Are you wearing, is this dirtbag clothing?
Yes, I am endorsed by Dirtbag.
Dude, we were endorsed with Dirtbag from like the first year that they started. Remember, it was like wear it till it stinks. That was their tagline. That's it. Oh my God. I haven't seen a Dirtbag shirt in like a long time, so I just had to like comment. I was like, is that the same company? I guess it is. They've been highly supportive of bands like since the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Like if you were a band, they were like, what size shirts are you? And they would just send you a bunch of stuff. Like wear it till it stinks.
It's like when I send them something, like I order something and I say, hey, I want this shirt. I might order one shirt.
Yeah.
And I get a box of stuff.
Yeah, dude, they're awesome.
And I'm like, heck yeah. Well, see, I worked with them and Steve Murdoch last year and got them in touch with each other. So they were actually a sponsor for the Proving Grounds at Rocklahoma last year.
Neat.
So, yeah, last year, the year before. Yeah. Gosh, before the corona, crazy.
Nobody knows what year it even is anymore. They're like,
I know, right, girl? I'm like, I just want to see a live show.
This is hilarious. I'll tell you, this is a hilarious inside detail of my life right now that nobody knows about. But this is something that I've done that is making me feel like not that much time has passed, even though a shitload of time has passed, right? So I got married on Leap Day, February 29th. Thanks. But then like a tornado hit Nashville like the next day, and we spent all that time doing cleanup, and then we went to Daytona right after that, and then the Rona shut everybody down. And as of basically March 17th, we've been confined to this house, with the exception of this last week of going to Sturgis. Other than that, we've been home the entire time. For my wedding, I got my toes done, right?
Right.
And it's gel, so it stays on there forever. So like the length of time it takes for your toenails to grow out, gel will be there for you. So I have the most ridiculous French gel nail polish on my toes, which is just, I can't believe I'm sharing this with you. Why am I doing this? But I'm like, oh, I could still see the nail polish. It hasn't been that long. It has been that long. I swear to God. Why did I don't know. What the little things you do that you hold on to is like,
right?
I should have removed that shit like forever ago, but and redid my toes, but I'm like, no, it's too much.
I love it, man.
So ridiculous. Oh my God.
Well, we're going to have you back on here when you're not coming off a big show like Sturgis and stuff, where we can actually have you do some of your acoustic. But
I want to do it tonight, man. You can come on to Twitch. We're still scrolling down there.
Heck yeah. Right.
Come over to Twitch and join me. It takes a little time to understand how Twitch kind of works, because like on Twitch, we don't ask for donations. We don't ask for tips. It's like kind of like a faux pas of Twitch. Don't do that. You're there to entertain. And, if you feel inclined to do so, you can do so. And we're grateful for that, but we don't barrage you for that. It is a channel for people to come and enjoy. So don't feel like you've got to. It's free.
Show again?
What's that?
What time's your show?
8 o'clock.
You heard that, guys? 8 o'clock.
So come over. If you're watching from a computer, just go to that address. If you're watching from a mobile, you will have to download the Twitch app. And then just log into that. It's totally free. It costs you nothing to do so. And then, if you want to subscribe, then you can do that. That's just kind of like, hey, Jasmine Cain, we want to subscribe to your channel. We love what you're doing. You're supporting the channel. It's $5 a month. Sometimes if you're lucky enough, when you come in there, other members can gift you a subscription. So they'll gift you a sub. So sometimes when you come in and just hanging out in the chat, like somebody goes, oh, hey, you look like you deserve a subscription, and they'll gift it to you. So come hang out, enjoy. It's really funny. Sometimes it's really fast paced and it kind of gets exciting. It makes you feel like you're at a live show. I've got a friend of mine that helps with Twitter. And he's always like, he'll log in and they have this, if so many people subscribe, if you're getting like your channel's getting a lot of subscribers or a lot of donations, or a lot of things like that, it ignites what they call a hype train. And the hype train like comes through and you've got like 5 minutes on each level, and it goes up to 5 levels to get as many subscribers, donations, whatever that you can. And all that does is basically put you higher up on the watch list. So if people are logging on going, oh, I'd like to check out some music today. What's on there? Oh, Jasmine Cain, this girl's on a hype train. Okay, I'm going to click on that. So it just kind of gets you, like, you get pushed to the top of the list, so more people can discover you. And my Twitter guy was watching this, and he's like, come running downstairs and told his wife, he's like, oh my God, Jasmine's on a hype train. I don't even know what that means, but it's so fucking awesome. And she's like, what are you talking about? He's like, hype train. And he like runs back up the stairs. She's like, I don't even know what was going on. He's just like so excited. It gets really exciting. So.
Oh, I love it.
It's a lot like this. Like we hang out, we talk. I'll chat back and forth with you guys, play some songs. I'll have guests over to jam with me. Jeff LaBar from Cinderella surprised me last time I was here and showed up in my basement.
Man, Cinderella was one of my freaking 80s hair bands I just loved.
Do you know how weird it is to be like sitting in your basement streaming and Jeff LaBar just stumbles down your stairs and is like, hey, what's going on?
My pants.
Well, like nothing. Grab a guitar is like, all right, fuck it. What are we doing? It's so fun.
Talking to you, I wouldn't know what to say. I wouldn't even know what to say, man.
It's so funny.
Well, Jasmine, we love you, girl, and you keep doing you. You keep kicking ass, and knowing the story behind Seven now and all the hell that you went through, I am so honored to have that record. I was already honored to have that record on my wall because I knew it was one or what's my number? It's dark in here,
but yeah, they're all numbered and they're all signed.
Only 300 were sold, and I was like,
yep.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and they've the vinyl has been remastered specifically for vinyl. We kind of did that while we were stuck,
right,
with In Grooves. So we did vinyl because that was something that we could do that was different, but still get the record out there. So.
Hey, vinyl is awesome.
Vinyl is so awesome, girl. And it's purple vinyl with silver swirls, so it's very beautiful.
Purple club.
A little bit of purple in there with some silver swirl, because that's up in here.
Right there.
Got all the colors in there.
There you go. Well, girl, I will see you tonight on your Twitch show. I will make a point to come over there and say, hey.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we always look forward to new people.
So much for being on here and giving me this opportunity. And dude, just keep kicking ass. Just keep kicking ass.
Yeah, we're not done yet.
If you're not at, if you're playing and you're not able to be at Josie Music Awards, I'm going to be there. And if I hear your name get announced and like I'm going to be your biggest fan there. You're going to hear me going, woo!
It's so exciting. Well, we're going to send the guy that I just told you about with Hype Train. He's going to be there.
Tell him to look Mary Hope from Rock Fight. She'll be the one in the blue evening gown and in purple hair.
Woo! Yeah, girl.
I'm going to be in an evening gown. Never done before.
Do it. Girl, put it on and walk around your house. You feel glorious.
Well, it's being altered right now because I've lost some weight.
Good for you.
But I actually got, when I found out I was nominated, I was like, how am I going to do this? Because right now I'm not physically able to work with everything going on.
Right.
And my husband was a truck driver, and he just recently had he has peripheral artery disease and recently had to have an amputation.
Oh my God.
He's able to work right now. This all hit like boom, girl. And by the grace of God, I have a lady that sponsors my shows when I have shows, and her name is Michelle, and she has Dazzle You Productions. She is sponsored. She paid for my dress. She's paying for the hotels. Her and her husband and my husband down there.
How exciting.
She said, I'm not going to let you miss this opportunity.
You have to go and you have to live it up, girl.
I was like in tears. I was like, you can't be doing all this. She goes, you're going to let me? Because I'm not taking no for an answer. She paid for everything and then contacted me and told me.
That's such great news. I love that. That's exactly what I'm doing for my friend Kyle too. With Kyle, he's been so great to me. And I was like, Kyle, you and your wife need to go and spend some time up in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge and have a little weekend up there.
Right.
Enjoy Labor Day up there.
Well, tell him to put me up and we'll take some pictures and send it to you. We'll be all out. This is going to be redone. It's going to be nice. Purple, so I'll be jazzified.
Awesome. Represent, girl.
Yeah. Jennifer Red says, hello, Mary and Jasmine. She
hey, what's up, Jen?
And Venus Cagle, which is another sponsor of mine, she says, thank you. What a wonderful interview.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks, guys.
We love you, sister. We love you, sister. I'm going to
love you guys too.
So you can get ready for your show. And you guys, make sure you go follow her on Twitch, follow her Facebook, because this woman is going places. She's taking over the world.
Yeah, straight to my basement.
Well, and Jennifer is a female bassist herself.
Oh, I know Jennifer. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've hung out before.
She used to be my bass player for Sister Rock.
I remember that.
Yep. And Chris Awards says, hello, Jasmine.
What's up? How are you?
But I'm going to let you go, sister, so you can get ready for your show.
All
And
right.
I appreciate you being here. Guys, stick around because I'm going to be jamming some music until 6 o'clock. But Jasmine, we love you, baby. And
Thank you so much, Mary.
Badass like you are. And we'll get you back on here at a later date. And maybe we can have the whole band and do a live thing or something.
That's totally doable. We've got everything set up now to be able to do that. So
heck yeah.
Yep, we're ready.
Well, we love you, sister.
Love you too. You guys be safe out there and be healthy.
All right. You stay healthy, girl.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. See you guys.
Bye-bye. Guys, that was Miss Jasmine Cain, the badass herself. Now, guys, my show has been extended till 6 o'clock. So I'm going to start you off with a little music from, let's see here. Next week, I will be interviewing Exit from Dark, a local Arkansas band. So I'm going to start you off with some Exit from Dark, Take You Away. Take Me Away.
At a distance, I see you standing next to me, painted on the walls of places that I've seen.
You don't have to leave,
Take
Chris.
me away.
Bye, baby.
Take me away. Take me away.
Can y'all hear the music good?
Take me away. Don't leave me in the desert land. You were my closest friend until the very end. I'll carry on, love, little memories, memories we share. Never leave. Take me away. Take me away. Take me away. Take me
All right, that was Exit from Dark, Take Me Away. I will be interviewing them next Tuesday. Let's see. I have made some announcements about my up and coming interviews. Next Tuesday is Exit from Dark. September 1st is Stays in Vegas and Pet Brick Records, Mr. Chris Fuller. And on the 8th of September, now this one goes deep to my heart, is Brandon Mendenhall from the Mendenhall Experiment. If you do not know who the Mendenhall Experiment is, you need to go to my wall. You need to stroll down. There is a documentary that was done about Brandon Mendenhall, which his story is just absolutely iconic and amazing and inspirational. You have to check it out. And then on September the 11th, by Bang, all the way from Sweden. And then on September 22nd, Mind of Fury. Now, thank you, Tom. Thank you. Now, if you are a band and you are interested in your music being played on my show, or you are interested in being interviewed, go to my Mama Mary Facebook page that I recently started. I'm still building my numbers up. So if you don't mind, like, love, and share and follow. And let me know you're interested. Send me some information on your bands, or you can email me at mary.hellfireradio@gmail.com. I love seeing all of them, and I will get to you. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. I'm going to bring you some more music. This one here is, let's see, let's go down a little bit. Let me see. Okay, this is from the band Bang. This is called Living My Dream.
Once upon a time, many years ago, I knew I would follow my dream. I never hesitated, I made it all the way. And this time I know it's for real. But I can tell there have been times when people try to break me down. But take a look at me now, I'm still strong and I'm holding on. Yeah. Oh, living my dream and I always believe it. Don't wanna be the one who's living a lie. I wanna be the one that can say that I made it to the end. Whoa, I'm living my dream and now I succeeded. Nobody could bring me down. I wanna be the one that can say that I made it to the end. I'm never afraid. Living my dream. I always have my head way up high. This is what I am today. I listen to myself instead of someone else. I will always go my own way. But I can tell there have been times when people try to break me down. But take a look at me now, I'm still strong and I'm holding on. Yeah. Oh, living my dream and I always believe it. Don't wanna be the one who's living a lie. I wanna be the one that can say that I made it to the end. Whoa, I'm living my dream and now I succeeded. Nobody could bring me down. I wanna be the one that can say that I made it to the end. I'm living my dream. Living my dream.
If you like this show, give me a like, love, and a share. Let me know you're there. All right, that was Bang Living My Dream. I will be interviewing them on September the 11th. Now, I want to also tell y'all to go check out hellfireradio.com. Hellfireradio.com, you could check out the 365 Live for the actual radio station show. You can also go on there and check out the merch items. You can check out the album reviews, the song reviews, the band reviews. There's a list of all the shows so you can keep up to date with that. There's a lot of awesome information on there, so make sure you go check that out. Also, on there is a way to buy Kinko Strong shirts. Our brother Kinko has been in the hospital. He recently got to come home, but he's still, recovering. He has some major medical issues, so they are sharing Kinko Strong t-shirts to help him out. So make sure, if you're able to, go get you a Kinko Strong t-shirt and tell him Mama Mary sent you. All right, let's see. We got some more time here, so we are going to let's see. You know what, since y'all didn't hear her video, since it was messing up, I'm going to do a Jasmine Cain song. And once again, thank you, Jasmine, for being an awesome interview. Keep being you, girl. You kick ass, and I love you. This is Jasmine Cain, Fade.
On your shoulders, time makes you so much older. Bridges built of wooden pieces breaking loose, grasping ropes of rotted fragments.
Like that, Tom?
Him to staring forward, knowing what you'd have to do, racing faster, but you'll never make it through and fade. Like a shade of gray, watch you waste away, and I can't stand through what you made. Just a memory, what you used to be, and I can't stand to watch you. Passing in the distance, flies by you in an instant. Scared and confused, losing battles every day. Soldier, broken hands of scars and stains that never fade. Like a shade of gray, watch you waste away, and I can't stand to watch you fade. Just a memory, what you used to be, and I can't stand to watch you fade. Where's a friend I used to know? Oh, I'm just a face without a name, and you don't even see me standing right in front of you, in front of you. a shade of gray. Watch you waste away, and I can't stand to watch you fade. Just a memory of what you used to be, and I can't stand to watch you. I can't stand to watch you fade.
That was Jasmine Cain, Fade. If you missed the interview when I'm done at 6 o'clock, you can let Facebook do its little stuff. And then you can go back and watch that killer interview with the queen herself. Little badass Jasmine. Let me see. Let me check out some of these comments. Let's see. I don't understand what that means, sweetheart. But sure, okay. Thank you. All right, let's see. Let me find you some more. Yes. Now, this is another band that has been brought to my attention, and it is the Chris Lopez Band. Wait, yeah. Let's do Chris Lopez. Oh, no, let's do some Stays in Vegas, and then we'll do the Chris Lopez. All right, here's you a Stays in Vegas song. I will be interviewing them on September the 1st.
Everybody's looking at me. Every time I wonder what they see. Are the thoughts somewhat facetiously? Or are they really trying to get at me? In my head, what they say. Well, they're talking while I'm walking, they're stalking, always fucking with my head. Every day I'm hearing what they say. Little voices, how they make their way. Always wonder if they're gonna pay for all these thoughts. Are they gonna stay in my head? What they say. Well, they're talking while I'm walking, always talking, always fucking with my head.
All right, that was Stays in Vegas. Stays in Vegas. All right, here is Same Story by Chris Lopez Band.
Try to cry, no tears on your face. You always need a place to hide. Always taking for the ride. Tell me that you feel it now. Toss a lot of fear inside. You don't stop to come the wine. Don't need to turn right. Hope's blown up in the sky. You're halfway high. Can't control your wandering eye. Break the bowl and shut it by. I cannot force your heart to try. I'm stuck here asking why? Same story when you had enough. there's no glory, when there's heartbreaking love. Good morning, when will you wake up? Hear my warning, sometimes you should just give up.
All right, that was Chris Lopez. Same story. I am also working on setting up an interview with him, and he is from Texas. So I've got a lot of great interviews coming up on my shows. For those of y'all just getting on here, my show is every Tuesday, now 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. I will be doing my interviews. 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. I will be rocking out the music sent to me by awesome unsigned local regional bands. So if you are an unsigned band, please send me your music to mary.hellfire.hellfireradio.com. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me do that again. Tongue twister. All right, mary.hellfireradio@gmail.com. Send me links to your Spotify. Send me links to your social media. If you are a friend on my Mary Hope page, share it on my wall. Let me know you're interested. Also, go check out Mama Mary's Music Mayhem's Facebook page. I recently started that and can use a lot of love and a lot of shares on that. And let's see, Tina, thank you for being here, sister. Sorry your phone is giving you trouble, baby girl. Sorry about that. Well, I wanted to also tell y'all, if you have been watching my page and you have been seeing me shoot and share the band 13X, as of tomorrow, there will be a new store released with some awesome merchandise. And I was supposed to have it on my face, but it didn't come to me like it was supposed to today. But they have some awesome masks. So go check that out. I will be sharing the link on 13X's page tomorrow and my page and all across the social media. And you can go check them out at 13x.org. And I'm going to play you a 13X song since I was talking about them. Let's just do a Death After Death. Give me some metal.
Envy the master, can you hear their laughter? Don't you fear destruction? Can you hear destruction? Dancing
If you are here,
in the
comment, like,
shadows,
love, and share. Let me know you're here.
Hatred, jealousy, fear and anxiety, greed, dishonesty, and lust, death after death. Sheep led to the altar, gathering the martyrs. Now the books are open, curse of one is broken. Sow the seeds of madness, cast them into darkness. Hatred, jealousy, fear and anxiety, greed, dishonesty and lust, death after hatred, jealousy, fear and anxiety, greed, dishonesty and lust, death after death. Hatred, jealousy, fear and anxiety, greed, dishonesty and lust, death after hatred, jealousy, fear and anxiety, greed, dishonesty and lust, death after death.
All right, that was 13X, Death After Death. Let's see what we can find to do for you. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. How are y'all doing out there? Good, I hope. Good. All right, let's see. This one here is Makes Me Strong, and this is a band managed by 434 Management, Derek Pashon and Paul Crosby, the drummer for Saliva, and this is Pain Was Left for Me, Make Me Strong. Makes Me Strong.
I have found myself again. I'm trapped within that feeling that makes me grow. And it's becoming
Just coming in, this is Pain. What's left for me makes me strong.
will be making this so long.